What's going on, y'all? J. Rod Anderson here. Welcome to the Path to Financial Independence channel, where my mission is to simply help my 9 to 5ers move one step closer to financial health, financial wholeness, and financial independence. So, look, I have to share this with you all. I went to a Dave Chappelle show about 2 nights ago. Had the time of my life. Never laughed so hard in my life. And Kevin Hart even came through, made a surprise guest appearance, and man, he was hilarious as usual. And T.I. even came and did stand up for a little while, man. And so T.I. he was pretty good. He's making moves into a new arena. So shout out to T.I. for trying something different. But I wanted to share with you some money lessons that I learned from the whole experience. And it wasn't just at the show, but I thought about some things that I thought would be really helpful for those of you who are just trying to move from where you are to the next level. So these are 3 little tidbits that I want to share with you that I think is going to be beneficial. So the first one is create an Enjoy Me account. So I have this account that I create and I put money aside into it every month specifically for events for my enjoyment. And it doesn't have to just be events, but anything that brings me joy, I put money aside for that particular purpose. And I don't know when an opportunity may come up, but when I put money aside each month, it's with the thought in mind that something is going to come on the radar that I'm really going to want to do, and I'm not going to have to take money out of my own expense account or our household expense account to do it. So I had been putting money into this account, and lo and behold, I saw Dave Chappelle was coming to town. And so I looked and I was like, oh man, I got a pretty good bit of money in my Enjoy Me account. So I was able to get some premium tickets. I mean, some good seats where I had a clear line of sight simply because I pre-planned. So that's the first thing that I want, first tip I want to share with you. Put some money aside every week, every month, however often you want to, in an Enjoy Me account. And so when those events do come up, you already have the money to go to it. So that's number one. Number two, and this was probably the most profound. When we went into the event, they don't want you to do any recording or taking any pictures. So they make you put your bag in this little pouch. And you may have heard of it. It's called a yonder pouch. I had never heard of that before. But basically, you take your phone and you put it in this case and they lock it and they give it back to you, but you can't open it until after the event, and they'll have somebody with the mechanism to open it. But I thought about the fact that the guy who invented it, his name is Graham Dujani, and he created it in 2014. I went and read the story, and I think he was at an event, and there was this guy who had been drinking, and I guess he was a little bit inebriated, and so people started videoing him and taking pictures, and he was just like, man, that ain't cool. And so it just really started to make him think about, do we abuse our cell phone sometimes? I mean, do we abuse the things that we do with it? And he just thought it was unfair for this man to be recorded, and he was just having a good time. So that spurred the idea for him to create this yonder pouch to create a cell phone free environment. Now, how creative of an idea is that? So tip number 2 is I want to challenge you to tap into your creativity. So just think, this guy has created a product, and I read that he partners with Dave Chappelle. So most of his shows, they require that you do this, and they use a yonder pouch. And that was so amazing to me. It's like he's literally creating a solution to a problem that he saw, and it's really causing him to increase financially without having to be there. And that was so significant to me because a few days earlier, I had saw this post where some of my brothers from Earn Your Leisure, shout out to Troy and Bilal, they were talking about what does it really take to be financially free in this day and time. And they said $10 million. And that did something to me, because in my mind I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna work towards being a millionaire. But when I heard $10 million, something about that number arrested me, and I couldn't, just because of my limited thinking, and you always got to work on expanding your thinking, but I never thought that big. But when they said that, I was just like, you know what? I'm going for that. And I wasn't worried about how is it going to happen? What am I going to do? And all of those different thoughts that you allow to talk you out of thinking big. I said, nope, we going for it. And when I saw this yonder pouch, and I saw the number of people in that show, and I thought about this guy simply created a solution for a problem that he saw, it clicked. Like, your ticket to freedom, your ticket to abundance, all of those different things is in a creative idea that solves a problem. And I want to challenge you to tap into your creative genius. And I started thinking about that, and I was just like, man, God has created us to be creative beings. We just need to tap in. So when I saw that, I was just like, I said, that's probably a $10 million, that's probably a $10 million idea. Notice I didn't say product, because it started with the idea. You have a $10 million, even more than that, idea on the inside of you, and you just have to tap in. So when I saw that, I was encouraged. It's like, I can get 10 million in 10 years. I promise you I can, because I got God on the inside of me. I have access to unlimited creativity. We just have to tap in. And so that's what I wanted to share with you. Broaden your thinking, broaden your mind, create some bigger goals. If you're frustrated with where you are in your job, or you just don't want to be dependent upon uncertain circumstances when you retire, tap into your creativity and create something that solves the problem. And in solving that problem, listen, the income and the increase is going to come. All right. And so that was number 2, just tapping into your creativity. And then lastly was just seeing how many people came to see this one guy. And why did they come to see him? Because frankly, the guy is one of the best at what he does. And so I just wanted to challenge you, whatever your niche is, whatever your lane is, whatever your product, whatever your service, master your craft. Why did we willing to pay top dollar to go see Dave Chappelle? Because he has taken the time to master his craft. And granted, everybody doesn't like him, and I'm sure he pisses a lot of people off with his jokes, but the guy is good at what he does. So my challenge to you was just take the time to master your craft. So hope you got some value out of those 3 tips, man. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like it, hit the notification button. And just remember, everything that I share is just to help you get to a place of just being in a peaceful place where your finances are concerned, and a whole place where your money is concerned. Being in a place of independence where you don't have to depend on no government, no system, or any outside entity to take care of you. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.